Wow, I am live. This was Mrs. Big Jake's idea. When I do mods and stuff, I should do it live. So I'm doing it live right now. Basically, what we're doing today is I rebuilt my Bullet Telecaster, which is right here. And it's got a bunch of mods already. Like, it's got a high output Alnico neck pickup. I put a TBX tone Delta mod on here. And whatever. But here's the big problem. I took this to my friend's house yesterday. He's got a studio. And the neck sounded amazing, but the bridge sounded like absolute shit. So, what we're going to do today is I got this from my friend John. This is a 62 custom bridge with a pickup installed in it already. We're going to install that today, live. I also bought like a new volume pot and some other stuff. So, I'm going to share the link to this video real quick, and then I'll be right back, so please hold. Okay, we're back. So, let me move this camera over here. Ooh! Alright. Hopefully we can get a good spot to do this. Also, this tripod is not very good. My good tripod is currently with the gigging stuff. So, hold on a second. I'm going to try to get this to stay. Hold on. Give me a second and we'll do this. That should work. There. Stay. No. God, this tripod doesn't make any sense. It's one of those things where you have to like twist it to get it to stay. I hate it. I hate it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work right. There. Okay, I did it. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying before, so I rebuilt this guitar. This is I got this guitar for like $40 back in 2019, 2020, because it fell off the truck. It was a Squire, and it fell off the truck to Guitar Center, and it got all messed up. So I bought it really cheap. I always hated the neck pickup. I always thought it sounded terrible. So I bought this high output Alnico one, and I installed that. And then I always thought the bridge sounded great. I also installed this. This is a TBX tone pot. So what that means is when it's turned up all the way, this is called the Delta mod. When it's turned up all the way, it bypasses the tone pot completely, so it's just wide open. And if you turn it down like this, it's like a normal tone pot at 10. And if you turn it just a little more, it clicks into place. The purpose of the video today is I was at my friend's house yesterday, and he's got a studio. I was playing through his JCM 800. And everybody was talking about how amazing the guitar sounded until I put it in the bridge position, and it sounded like absolute ass. So, I went to my friend John Beeson's store, Music Shop is the name of the shop, in Terre Haute, Indiana. And I bought this. This is a 62 custom bridge that has a pickup installed. It's also got these steel saddles. So what I'm going to do today is live, we're going to install that. I also got a new pot for the volume knob, which is right here. And then I also got a three-way switch, which is right here. Because the three-way switch on here is still the stock one. So this video is going to be just a whole lot of random stuff. I mean, there's not going to be any cutting. There's not going to be any editing or anything. This is literally just live, okay? So I'm going to try to pay attention to the chat the best I can. And, yeah, if I miss your chat, I'm really sorry. Private account says the necks are decent. A bit of chunk. Yeah, the thin bodies, it does kind of suck because of how light this is. But, I mean, we're literally talking about $40. I spent like 4 times or 3 times what the guitar cost me on these parts today. But it's worth it. I mean, when you buy a Mexican one for $500 used, if you can take something that you already love and put a little bit of money into it to get a lot of payoff, it's worth it. So there you go. Hey, don't mind the horrible, horrible mess on my workbench right now. That's just what happens. Alright, so I'm making sure you can still see, you can. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is take the strings off, which sucks because I literally just strung this guitar up. These are brand new strings, but that's okay. Now, why don't I just cut them? Well, I'm loosening them first so that they don't snap and hit me. That would be bad. Let me know if anybody has ever had that happen to them, where they've cut a string and it whipped and hit them and caused them to bleed. That's happened to me before. There we go. Alright, so those are all significantly looser than they were. Now I just gotta get my snipper, which is laying over here somewhere. Hold on a second. Okay, so let's go ahead now, pull this out. I'm gonna grab this and just cut. Seems like a crime, but I mean, at the end of the day, these strings cost $5 for a pack. So what? It's $5 that I'm losing. I gotta cut them because I gotta take them off. People will save their strings, and I don't understand that. It's $5, guys. Come on, $5. Just cut them off. Don't save them. For the sake of argument, let's say that you successfully managed to do something like this, a job like this, and save your old strings. All you're doing is guaranteeing that they'll break sooner. They're not going to be as bright. They're not going to sound as good. So what are you doing? All right, strings are off. Gonna throw those away. Okay, and then I'm going to just lift this. Cool thing about this guitar also, that's very uncommon and something you would never expect. The bullets, not the sonics, but the bullets are actually string through. Isn't that cool? That's the reason I bought this guitar, honestly. Like, that was the main reason. I bought this guitar because it was a string through and it was so cheap. Just another example of how Fender is, they're a bunch of failures, and all they care about is screwing the customer. Is that now they even cheap out on that basic thing. So now it's all top loaders. The thing is, I understand some people like top loaders because it makes the guitar slinkier, but I don't know, man. If you're gonna do that, at least give us a choice. You can get a top loading bridge, a string through bridge that you can also use as a top loader. So I don't understand why they couldn't just give you the option. But anyway, all right, we got to do two things here. First, we got to take this control plate off because this control plate is where we're going to take the three-way switch off, and we're going to change that volume pot. And then we're also going to take off this bridge plate. So this is going to be interesting. I've never actually done this before, and I'm doing this blind. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I didn't look up how to do this. I'm just going to do it. I find with cheaper guitars, you know, if I was working on like an American, I would not do it like this, but when I'm working on cheaper guitars like this, I like the idea of just figuring it out as I go, you know. It makes it a lot more rewarding when you get it right, and a lot more hilarious when you get it wrong. Those of you who have watched this channel for a while have seen me get some things very wrong. A notable example is when I tried to extend the trim cavity of my red Starcaster. If you guys are OGs, you'll remember this. I took a flathead screwdriver and a hammer and I chiseled it open to try to make it bigger, and it failed in hilarious fashion. It broke a chunk of paint off, it broke a chunk of wood off. It was a big, huge mess. So, I'm rushing, and the reason I'm rushing has nothing to do with you guys, as much as I love you. I am rushing because I'm supposed to go to the local brewery for an open mic tonight in like an hour and a half. And I am bound and determined and hellbound. I am going to get this done in time to take it with me. So I'm going to get that done. If anybody that's going to be there is watching, if you don't see this guitar tonight, it means I failed. I'm almost done. This bridge is a piece of garbage, by the way. Yes, it has 6 individual saddles, and I know that there are people who, oh, I love it because of the micro adjustments I can make to my intonation and blah, 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 blah. But I don't like it. I think these things sound like garbage. This specific one. I'm not saying that all of them that are like this are, but look at this. Cheapo Chinesium chromium crap. Hate it. You can see the pickup in hilarious fashion has these massive ceramic bar magnets. Now, don't get me wrong. This pickup sounds in a vacuum. It sounds all right, okay? But compared to the rest of the stuff, I mean, I own like 60 guitars, okay? And compared to the rest of them, this is definitely the worst one. So that's why we're changing it. All right, I'm gonna pull this out. You can see the wonderful surprise that we have here. I wish I could zoom. I don't think I can. Oh, I can! Whoa! Whoa, I can zoom. I did not think that I could do that. Okay, so you can see my terrible soldering job on the tone pot that I did years ago. I'm better at it now, I promise. So this is the TBX pot I was telling you about. And I might be misnaming that. I'm sorry if I am. But this is the one where it clicks. When you get to 10, it clicks into place. And when it clicks, it bypasses it out of the circuit completely. It basically bypasses the cap when you get to 10. And then if you back it up just a little bit past the notch, now your cap is involved. Okay? Anyway, this is the horrific dime-sized pot that comes in it. And this is the horrific alpha... oh, this three-way switch is so bad. It's so bad. I'm actually going to plug it into the amp right now because I want you to hear it. I think I have the twin. I do. The twin reverb is connected right now. All right, so the twin is connected and on. I'm going to plug this in real quick. Make sure that it's... I wish that I played this first before I did this so that you could hear. But this switch is terrible. You have to like beat it to get it to work. So that's why we're switching it. It's also just a terrible switch. If you guys buy these cheap Squiers, by all means buy them. But the very first thing you need to do, honestly, is redo the wiring. Even if you just cut the wires that are in there and keep the existing pots and switch, you'll do yourself a huge service by just rewiring it yourself, because then you'll know that it was done correctly. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways we can do this, but I think I'm just going to do this quick and dirty. So first, I'm going to cut this pickup out. I'm not going to mind where things are connected here because I'm putting a new switch in. So I'm just going to snip that one. That one is gone. Goodbye. Next, we're going to do this one. Like, what in the hell have I done here? What did 29 to 30-year-old Jake think he was doing when he did this? This is unforgivably bad. I don't even know what to say. All right, I'm cutting that out. All right, that one's gone. So I'm pulling the whole assembly out. If somebody wants to buy a Squier assembly, this is a relict piece. So I will sell it for $899. I'm going to use Fender's pricing logic. Since this is worn from the Jake factory, it's a special one-of-one limited edition, $899. So in the comments, if you want to buy this, let me know. $899. All right. That's done. Next thing I want to do is I gotta cut the neck pickup. So that's out. And then this is the ground for the neck pickup. I'm gonna cut that too. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna actually, I don't have my wire cutter, so I have to do this in a very unoptimized fashion, but that'll work. All right, now I've got the ends exposed here. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side because we don't need to do anything with that right now. All right, now I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with this. So, all right, this black one is the ground for, I think, the whole guitar. Yeah, it is. And you can see the other part of it. I'm going to move this camera slightly so you can see. Right here is the other part of the ground. So essentially the way this works is when the bridge is installed, it's pressure only. There's no soldering. The pressure of pressing the metal against this piece right here grounds the whole guitar. I always find that to be incredibly amusing. All right, so we're going to cut this off, this ground. Man, that is on there. Good. There we go. Got it. All right, now I'm going to expose the wire on that so that we can redo that in a minute. Oh shit, I think I just broke it. I hate this. There we go. All right, that's exposed now. Ground. Okay, and then what have I done here? I think this ground right here, this is... Why did I do this? Somebody tell me. Why did I... It looks like I wired a new ground to this volume pot, and then I just... What is this? Why did I do that? That's so dumb. Whatever. I guess we'll just cut this also. So this is a ground to the three-way switch. Oh, come on. This is the problem with live, is that it's I can't edit this boring stuff out, so sorry. Okay, that's cut. And then I guess I'll cut this too. Okay, and this. Alrighty. So this one right here, this gray one, is the jack. Let me find, hold on a second. Gotta grab a tool real quick. Hold on a second. All right. Well, before we do that, this switch can come out now. So let me grab my screwdriver here. All right, and then I'm going to just take this out. Okay. So for those of you who are not guitar people, I understand if you leave. It's fine. I shared this to the band page because some people are curious on what happens behind the scenes. This is about as behind the scenes as it gets, folks. This is the mundane but therapeutic reality of being a guitar player, for me personally. These moments here where I'm just wiring, and I figured I can sit here and wire by myself, or I can do it live and people can watch. And if you don't like it, you can leave, that's fine. But if you do like it, I'm doing this for you. Okay, so I got this off. This is a terrible switch. Look at this switch. Can you see this? Oh my goodness. It's awful. Here's the thing. If you want to get mad about that and be like, no, it's fine, you're not being fair. If this is good to you, maybe it is. It's in spite of itself. Okay? Because who are we kidding? This is junk. And if it works, great. Good job. But if it doesn't, like in my case, I mean, it gave out. I never play this guitar, and it just gave up on me. Okay, so now I'm going to grab that three-way switch, which I threw somewhere around here. Let me find it. Hold on. And we're going to mount it in place. So that's our bridge. Here it is, right here. So for those of you who were not here at the beginning of this, we're also changing the switch, and here it is. This is a official Fender three-way switch. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. And so the first thing I would like to do is mount it where it goes. I also need to make sure that I think it goes like, wait, like this. Yes, I think it goes like this. All right, so let's screw this in first before we do anything else. Okay. And yeah, I know my desk is or my workbench is a mess. Sue me. Write a nasty letter. Hi, Trayvon. Hope I said your name right. I appreciate that. But let that be a warning, though. In spite of the fact that it was terrible, I mean, maybe that just lends credence to the idea that the guitar doesn't matter as much depending on who's playing it, and maybe that's true. But what you didn't see there was how awful it felt, right? You might have heard it and thought it sounded good, but it felt horrendous. It felt so bad, the standard felt so bad. I'm disappointed, but invigorated, and what's the word I'm looking for? My bias has been confirmed. I went and played a standard telly a couple days ago, and I swear, I played that, and then I put it down and I played a Sonic. The Sonic felt and sounded better than the standard. So guys, don't buy those Indonesian standard Fenders. For those of you who are like, oh, but it says Fender and I can afford it. That's great. You can afford something that's a piece of garbage. It will let you down. It sounds anemic. It sounds worse than the stock Squier. It's awful. Okay, the switch has been screwed in. So next we need to decide what kind of tip do we want. I think I might have a custom one over here. Oh, I do. So back behind the guitar where you can't see, I have this gigantic Craftsman drawer of just random crap. Look what I found. A metallic red tip. Just the tip. I'm going to stick it on if it'll fit. I hope it will. If it doesn't fit, I'm going to be very, very upset. Oh no, I don't think it's going to fit. Therefore, wait. Nope, it's not going to fit. I'm very, very, very upset right now because it doesn't fit. I mean, maybe if I jam it. This switch hasn't seen enough action to be ready to fit all of that inside it. Yep, that's not going to work. Oh well. We'll just use the one that it came with. So I can use the white one or the black one. I got a black barrel one and then this white one. I'm going to use the black one. No, I'm going to use the white one because the white one is wrong. You definitely should not use this on a telly. So I'm going to. That's the way we do things on this show. What are we supposed to do? Let's do the opposite. There we go. Oh, it sounds good too. You hear that? All right. I'm going to take this knob off. Oh, damn it. I have a tool for this, but I'm going to use my small Asian muscles instead. There we go. I got it. Okay, there we go. Pull that off. All right. So the next thing we need to do, I have to do all of this in the right order, okay? I think before I get too far ahead of myself, I need to install this bridge because we can't wire anything without it, right? So here it is again. I'm so excited about this. I had an American telly, oops, but I traded it for a 1975 Mustang, and I do not regret that trade at all. What I regret is not owning a Telecaster. And so this is my Telecaster now. All right, I'm going to throw this over here. All right, so here it is. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I like that they put this piece of cardboard in here because it's like it prevents it from scratching in transit or whatever. All right, so the first thing we have to do, and I'm saying this like I know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I don't even know what the wire colors are. Usually black is ground, so I'm just going to assume that black is ground. And yellow is the lead. But I'm going to put these in. Get in there. Get in there. All right, let me make sure that it made it through. Just shove it in. There we go. Shoved it in. Where the hell is the rest of it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Pull it through like that, and then ta-da. Now, it looks like we might have a problem, ladies and gentlemen, because don't you just hate when this kind of stuff happens? Look, I don't know how to explain this to you, so I'm just going to have to show this to you. This is going to stop the whole production, which is majorly messed up. Okay, look at this. Hold on. Look at this. So, the whole production is stopped because, you see where the 6 holes are for the bridge? Alright, check it out. So if I put this in here and I lay it in where the pickup will fit, like this, right? The 6 holes don't line up. And this bridge does not have the ability to top load. You see this? So I have to route this so that I can pull it up enough. Oh man, that sucks. So right there is where it needs to go for the holes to line up. But why does Fender do this crap? Seriously. What the hell is wrong with this company? There is no reason for this to be the case other than it being intentional. This has to be intentional. I did not stage this, by the way. This is not a staged rage video. I promise you. I would not have gone through all of this trouble. I would not have wasted 25 minutes of our lives to talk about this. Hold on a second. Okay, look. I don't know. This, like I said, this wasn't planned. I'm gonna take my hair down so I look pretty. Look, this was not planned at all. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, a Telecaster construction is like the most basic thing, right? It's a slab of wood in a certain shape with a squared off neck pocket. What in the hell is wrong with these people? They don't want you to be able to you should be able to just drop it in, done. Nope. They had to make it half an inch, just a little tiny bit, just this much, so that you can't drop it in. It's on purpose. It's 100% intentional. They want people like me to give up and just bend over, pull my wallet out, and be like, I guess I'll have to buy a player too. I'm not doing that, by the way, because that's not the way that anybody should do it. What I'm going to do instead, and I can't do it right now because I'm out of time and I have to be at the brewery in an hour, so I don't know how the hell I'm going to get this done in time, but I'm so flustered. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I honestly can't believe this. I never thought that this was going to happen. I never did. I mean, really, they had to come up with a different template intentionally. This had to be intentional. It had to be. Because otherwise, you have a template for how a Telecaster body is to be routed. Period. There's just a Telecaster template, right? They had to intentionally change the way the body is routed on purpose. Because this is look at this shit. You got 6 holes for the strings for the ferrules on the other side, right? They had to intentionally say, oh no, let's not put it where it is on every other Telecaster we've ever made. Let's intentionally move it so that when a person wants to upgrade their bridge, we say, screw you, we hate you, you suck, give us your money. Because that's what they've done here. Look at this. This is intentional. Now, is it a trivial matter of just getting out the wood router and just routing? Yes. But I shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. I'm already invested in the ecosystem. I'm already invested in this guitar. I've already bought the parts, right? I don't even care so much about the money. It's not even about the money that I spent on the parts. It's about the fact that this should be a drop-in situation. But they have intentionally screwed it up to the point that I have to go outside to the wood router. So I have to end the video now because there's nothing else to discuss. It's over. So I guess I'm putting the old one back in, and I guess I've just wasted all my time. So sorry for wasting your time. If you're mad, you can blame Fender. This is not the way this was supposed to go, but here we are. It's just, like I said, I'm trying to, I should just not play any of my Fenders anymore, you know? I should just say, boycott Fender forever. I'm done with Fender. They're stupid for what they do. But no, I wanted to play this guitar. I have a 75 Mustang behind me. I have a 79 Strat over there. I own like 8 or 9 Fender guitars. And it's to the point where I'm trying to fix the crap that Fender has done to them to make them playable for myself. But I can't do it. So, I don't know. I don't want to end the video. I wanted to keep going. I wanted to finish this. There's people watching. I don't know what to say. I really don't. So, that's it. We're done. And I guess I'm just going to have to pack it up and go to the brewery. So, hey, if you're local to Terre Haute, go to the Terre Haute Brewing Company tonight because there is an open mic. I think it's from 7 to 9 p.m. I'll be there, and a lot of other people will be there. It's a really good time. And if you're not in Terre Haute, be there with us in spirit. There will be a live stream on Saturday night. My band is going to be playing the first band ever at Murphy's Law in Brazil, Indiana. And we're really excited to do that. It's during the Route 40 Fest, which is a really big deal for that city. And, you know, I'm pretty excited. You know, it's quite a flex to get to be the one to open up that place and to get to play during Route 40 Fest. So, you know, I think our band is the best band in the area, and very proud that we get to do that. So watch the live stream, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. Also Saturday morning at 11, as usual, the new video will release, and you will never, ever guess in a kabillion years what it's about and what company it's about. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to end it. 30 minutes of wasting everybody's time. Yeah, so there we go. We're done. I don't know. Is there anything else I need to say? Well, I guess I'll ask you. Is there anything else you want to talk about before I go? I'm pretty pissed off right now. I was looking at Squire replacement necks for your Affinity and hope it's not going to be a nightmare if you get one. It won't be. In fact, you can even use a Strat neck with these, Trayvon. You can use a Strat neck with the Affinity and Bullet Tellies. Now, keep in mind, the neck pocket is squared off on a Telly, but it's round for a Strat neck, and you can get it to fit, but you'll have to wedge something in there to keep it from shifting around side to side. It does work. I had this Telly, had a Strat neck on it for a while. So you don't have to limit yourself to just Telly necks if you're looking for necks. Honestly, you can look for... also, here's one. I really like this neck. Seriously, I didn't stage this. You can get this on Amazon. It's like 50 bucks. It's like a Dan Electro neck, but check out the heel. It's squared off. So you could fit this. It's got a nice chunky feel if you like chunky necks. I can't give you a link because I don't remember what this is called, but yeah, so you don't have to limit yourself to Telly necks. You can use a Strat neck. Just be advised that you're going to have to probably shim the sides so that it doesn't go side to side. So, yeah. Anything else anybody wants to discuss before I rage quit the stream? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Well, I'm going to end it here. And the last thing I'm going to say before I go is God bless Charlie Kirk. Prayers are with his family. Bye.